And recording.
Okay.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we're going to do a serious one. Yep. Alright. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Thor.
I'm the Punisher.
And I'm the goddamn Batman.
Alright, moving on, shall we, gentlemen? Today's newscast here has, of course, the #1 subject, the coronavirus. Now, for those of you that don't know, we have been around the block quite a bit. And this has got to be the most, how would you say, what's the words to describe it? Either horrifying, humiliation, or what? What can you guys describe it?
Ridiculous?
Utterly ridiculous.
Yes, so for those of you that do not know, we are not big fans of the coronavirus because it's basically shut the Sage's High Avengers down. But like all heroes, we can't give up just yet.
Nope, gotta keep fighting the good fight.
Yep. So here's our tips to prevent the coronavirus. #1, wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
#2, keep your distance away from other people here.
#3, hygiene.
Thank you. And then #4, always, if someone has coronavirus, stay away from them.
Stay away.
Just stay away. If they're coughing or gagging, don't breathe it. Just don't breathe it. And here's some helpful hints that will. Drink a lot of water. Stay home if you're sick. And lastly, wear one of these masks here, which I have been carrying around me for past number of, days now? But in all seriousness here, if you guys go to your local comic book shop, if they're open...
That's a big if.
Yeah, big if. Then donate a lot of money to them because, I mean, come on, guys. Comic book shops are basically the grassroots of this world. Well, they brought us what we are today. Yep. But in other news today, as well as tracking our news down here, the Impractical Joker movie got 100% on a great rating movie and everything. So I would give them a B. I would give them an A plus and everything. We would give the Jokers a perfect A plus right there.
And the Batman approves.
Yep.
Right here.
A Batman approval. Oh, alright. But another news thing today here, the Impractical Jokers here will continue. Legend will live on forever and ever. And now we turn to Mr. Punisher with the weather. Swipe.
How's the weather, Punisher?
Here?
Very crappy and very shitty.
Like, what are we looking at? Like lows or anything?
Clouds, storms.
Clouds, rain.
In other news, WrestleMania is upon us, ladies and gentlemen.
And they're gonna have it in an empty arena.
Yay!
Woohoo!
And not so yay about the fans. But now it's like I told you, gentlemen, I want you guys to start right now. Make your predicaments to see who's gonna win in WrestleMania matches. Yes. Let's see, Drew. Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy versus the Street Profits. And then don't forget Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley. Yeah, I'll just guess it. Okay, then let's see what else we got. Let's see.
Goldberg.
Oh yeah, Goldberg and Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns is not a part of the match anymore.
Yeah, I know. Alright, what else we got? Got here,
Me and Bray Wyatt.
Oh,
John
Bray
Cena
Wyatt versus
Bray
John
Wyatt.
Cena. Bray Wyatt.
Yowie wowie.
Yowie wowie.
Alright. Alright, and we're back to our commercial. Commercial here. A lot of you have said that who's gonna win win the matchup. So here's our predicament, and we'll start with Chance. Chance, who do you got to win in the first matchup? Becky or
Becky.
Shayna Baszler? Who do you got?
Becky.
All right, explain to us why you pick Becky.
Because she's the man.
All right, moving on to the table. I choose Becky because I mean, no offense to Shayna Baszler, but I still think, she's going to at least survive the matchup. At least. But Becky, she's going to win, but at the end of the matchup, she's going to definitely be bleeding after this. A lot of blood. And Mr. Batman, who'd you pick to win?
You're gonna hate me for this?
No?
And I like Becky.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's met her match with Shayna.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's been carrying that belt since last year at WrestleMania, and I can't think of anyone else for her to drop it to.
So, do you think that she's going to, fall under pressure? That's where you're kind of going?
Yeah.
Okay.
If she's gonna drop that belt to anyone, she's gonna have to at some point.
Yeah, I mean, no disrespect. All three of us are definitely good Becky fans.
Yep.
Fans, because, I mean, ever since she came out with the words, the man, that just really she started to take off, but, I just think, your predicament, I think when she had the contract thing, I think that's when that's gonna be,
Well, I think her title runs on long enough.
Yeah.
She's gonna drop the belt to anyone.
It's Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Alright, so next matchup. Chance, who do you got? Drew McIntyre or Brock Lesnar?
Drew McIntyre.
Alright, why'd you choose him?
Because he's a kind of psychopath.
Okay, close enough. Alright, so I would pick Drew McIntyre because I think Lesnar's chance as a champion is over, because you look at the WWE Universe, you can tell by they're all sick and tired of Brock Lesnar. I mean, we all are, but for my opinion, I like to get your opinion, Chance. I mean, what is it like to be a Brock Lesnar fan? Does everybody else, hate him now? Or do you think he's just at that point where, with WWE, where he's going to quit eventually?
I think Brock Lesnar's going to quit eventually.
Alright, and Batman, who did you have for a pick?
Drew McIntyre, because I am so sick of Brock Lesnar carrying a belt at this point. Just keep him out of the title picture.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, he's spent more years now in his second run WWE than his first run. Original run.
Yeah.
And it's time for... And honestly, I'm just not interested in seeing another Brock Lesnar match at this point, let alone for the title.
Yeah, Yeah, because I think all three of us agreed that Brock Lesnar, I think, with WWE is coming to an end soon.
And also, basically, who else on the roster have they built up to defeat Lesnar other than McIntyre?
Well, that's a long list right there. I mean, you got Goldberg, who's defeated Brock Lesnar.
He already has a belt at this point.
Yeah, and also, too, you got to mention Roman Reigns. He's beaten Brock Lesnar before. But Seth Rollins...
He tried last year until he turned into a white bitch on Twitter.
Yep, Alright, so next matchup, we have the Street Profits versus Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. Chance, who do you have?
Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy.
Alright, why'd you choose those two?
Because they're the Monday Night Messiah.
Alright, well, I chose the Street Profits because it's something that Seth Rollins said on Raw that just really catches me. That Seth Rollins said that he was unbeatable, per se, like he said, but I mean, yeah, his record's good at WrestleMania, but you got to come to a point at WrestleMania where you're going to have losing streaks. Alright, so Batman, who'd you have? Street Profits or Buddy Murphy or Seth Rollins?
I'm going with Street Profits.
And kind of explain to us why?
Of the two, they seem more entertaining, more fun and whatnot.
Yeah.
Not delusional like the Monday Night Messiah.
Yeah. Alright, so next matchup, we have Charlotte Flair versus the young rookie, Rhea Ripley. Chance, who do you have?
Rhea Ripley.
Okay, explain to us why.
Because I think that she's going to take down Charlotte.
And this comes from a person who's a Charlotte fan.
Sure.
Okay, alright, so I picked Rhea Ripley because, just for you two to think, how many matches have we seen at WrestleMania pulled an upset? How many?
Way too fucking much.
Yeah, because this matchup right here, I think it's going to be a whole upset of the year because Because you guys look at what happened a few years ago, like with John Cena versus The Miz, like that matchup. Do you guys remember that matchup at WrestleMania?
The Rock got involved and caused Cena the match.
Yeah.
And does anyone even remember that Miz beat John Cena that night? No, they don't.
No, but to me, I think this matchup here is going to have huge stipulations where, no offense to Chance, you like Charlotte, but I think Charlotte's cockiness are going to get her out of control and stuff, and Rhea Ripley is going to retain her championship, but this is where she's going to land on Monday Night Raw and everything, where she's going to land to Raw or SmackDown. That huge upset and everything here. Alright, so Batman, who'd you have for a pick?
Rhea Ripley.
Alright, let's go into us.
So far, I've been impressed by her work in NXT and Moving on the Run and whatnot.
Yeah,
and Charlotte, it feels to me like they keep pushing her because she's the daughter of Ric Flair.
Mm-hmm.
Not because she has actually any talent or anything.
Yeah, because you look at that a few years ago, I remember Charlotte, she was out of control. She was completely out of control with her dad after being ridiculous, and thank you for that. And because you look at it now and everything, you look at Charlotte and stuff, and you just think, like, how many times do you think Charlotte's gonna win? But you look at her record at WrestleMania. Here, how many times has she lost now already this year? Year alone, the matchup between Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda Rousey, which that was a huge matchup to watch and everything. Here, and of course you look at the last matchup, her and Asuka at WrestleMania a few years ago, she won that matchup. But anyway, moving on. Goldberg. Who do you think is going to face Goldberg, even though Goldberg's going to still win the match?
Goldberg.
Okay, but an opponent. Who do you want to see Goldberg face?
Nice. Good question. I probably want to say Braun Strowman.
Good choice. I'm going to have to say it would probably not be Sami Zayn, but I would guess it would have to be, let's see, who would I have in mind? Let's see, I would say the person would be The Miz. 100% The Miz to face Goldberg, and it's going to be the same thing. It's got to be Miz or Dolph Ziggles and stuff, because let's be honest, both of them, you look at Dolph Ziggler versus Goldberg, that was an easy victory. But now you look at The Miz versus Goldberg 100% right there. Alright, who do you got, Batman? Who do you think is going to face Goldberg at WrestleMania?
Because of you, I would love to see Goldberg squash The Miz.
Okay, alright, so we're both on board with The Miz. Alright, so moving on. Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. Who do you got?
Bray Wyatt.
Alright. Why do you choose Bray Wyatt?
Because Bray Wyatt is the Fiend. Yowie wowie.
Alright, coming from a Bray Wyatt fan. I'm gonna say, I'm not a big fan of Bray Wyatt, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be Bray Wyatt because of John Cena's record at WrestleMania. Because you look what happened, he faced the Undertaker, he lost, and everything here. But I still think John Cena's loss is going to come back to bite him from the Undertaker's and his loss to The Rock, and he's going to lose to Bray Wyatt, which that's going to be end of John Cena's wrestling career right there against Bray Wyatt. Batman, who do you have?
The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, because I remember 6 years ago, WrestleMania 30, I was hoping for Bray Wyatt to beat John Cena. Nope, instead, they just, same old fucking bullshit, Cena won.
Alright.
Well, and honestly, I'm waiting for Bray to get his win back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm putting Bray.
Alright, now for our last predicament, we forgot one more matchup that we forgot. All three of us. Edge versus Randy Orton. And stuff. Chance, who do you have? Edge, or are you on board with Orton?
Edge.
Okay, why'd you choose Edge?
Because Edge should teach Randy Orton a lesson to not double cross him.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's going to have to be Edge and stuff because I still think Edge, you know, after what Randy did to his wife and everything, you know, he's going to definitely, like, lose because when you push with Randy Orton's buttons and stuff, you go to that places and stuff like Edge is doing, then you got to give it to Edge because Edge knows Randy for how many years now?
Long time.
All right. Batman, who do you have?
The Rated R Superstar Edge. His big match back.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to put her down.
All right, so speaking of that here, but now we're going to have fun with you guys as the fans. Here, now, this is something that you see every day on video games. What matchup would you like to see in 2020? That's the question, and that's on everybody else's mind. So while we're doing that, and enjoy the 5-minute time session. Here, we're going to make our predicaments on what matchups we want to see and everything. And here. Alright, come on, dude. Write her down. What matchups?
Fantasy match. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fantasy matches. Would you like to see?
Fantasy matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, just anything. Think about it. Think about it. That's it? Just one?
Yeah.
That's all you're gonna do? You don't have anything else, like females or something? He's really thinking hard. It's the first time I ever seen. Let's see, what else can I think of? more for me. You good?
Yeah.
Alright, Punisher, you gonna be good or do you want more?
I'm good.
Alright. And we are back live here. This is our prediction of our fantasy matches, which will start one at a time. We'll go back and forth. So, Chance, your first big time matchup. What would you like to see, and what pay-per-view event?
Sting versus Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Ooh, that's a matchup long overdue. But why'd you choose that one?
Because it's a match of the century.
All right, so I'm next. I'm going to go with Edge versus Seth Rollins, but at SummerSlam, because in Sacramento, California, my sister's hometown. All right, so Batman, your first predicament.
Okay, now I know these two fought years ago on Raw, but given what one said about the other in due time, and I'm sure they have beef with the other, mine is CM Punk versus Seth Rollins.
All right, and what pay-per-view event would you like to see that?
Probably Royal Rumble, SummerSlam.
All right, I like
Probably
it.
not Mania, but
All right, Punisher, what do you got? Your second predicament.
Shayna versus Sasha Banks.
Ooh, Shayna versus Sasha Banks. What pay-per-view event would you like that to see?
Extreme Rules.
Yeah, but what type of would it be a type of a matchup, or would you like it to
Extreme
be?
Rules match.
All right, I like that. I give it a hand. Clap.
brilliant.
All right. My matchup next will be Becky versus Rhea Ripley, but at a different pay-per-view event. Not SummerSlam, not WrestleMania, Elimination Chamber. But here's my predicament what this matchup should be. Now, you guys remember a long time ago on Raw when they had Vicky versus Stephanie McMahon a long time ago on Raw and stuff, and Stephanie embarrassed her. This is what it's going to be kind of embarrassing here, that Rhea Ripley versus Becky, on that type of a matchup, but one of them has to throw each other in the pool of mud, or whatever it was. Alright, so what's your next predicament, Batman?
Imagine this. Two of the biggest names, the biggest icons in the history of professional wrestling. Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 18, what they should have done.
Alright. I like it. Alright. What, just me? Only one clap? Thank you. Alright, Chance, what's your next predicament? What do you got?
Seth Rollins versus CM Punk.
At
WrestleMania.
And what do you choose that matchup for? Like something like Batman?
No holds barred.
Ooh! Bar, nice!
my friend.
Nice! Very nice. Alright, my next predicament is Bayley versus Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. But this is going to be the final time that Ronda Rousey makes Bayley snap. Like, she's going to get her out of her comfort zone into an Extreme Rules match and everything thing here. So I think it's going to happen, but I have a predicament that one thing that's going to shock the world, and you guys know where I'm going with this. That's when Ronda's husband, this is how I see the matchup, gets involved. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this.
I do now, yeah.
And
continue.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Finn Balor saves her from the match and stuff, and Bayley beats Ronda Rousey on the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Of course, you guys saw that coming.
Yeah.
Man, knowing me, because I'm a Finn Balor / Bayley fan.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Well, one, just like yours, Chance, Undertaker versus Sting.
Ooh.
It should have happened either at WrestleMania 27 or WrestleMania 31.
All right.
The streak should have stayed intact.
Mm-hmm.
Should have done Taker Sting.
Yeah.
And that should have been both their retirement match.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, well, all people know The Undertaker. I mean, we respect him and stuff, but there comes a point in time in wrestling where you gotta retire. Because, I mean, you look at Sting, you know, I mean, great superstar like him and everything, you know, at least on social media, at least he was not afraid to admit that he was retiring on social media.
Yeah.
And you got to give the guy credit for that one.
Yeah.
One and stuff. I mean, Punisher, I mean, what do you think about it? Same thing?
Yeah, same thing.
Alright, moving on, shall we? What is your other predicaments, or do you have any more?
Seth Rollins versus Edge.
Where at?
At the SummerSlam.
Alright, I like it. Alright, so my next predicament here, and you guys are going to find this funny, here, Bobby Roode and Becky Lynch versus Dolph Ziggler and Lana, but at a mixed match challenge match, but it's going to carry over only to one pay-per-view event, Extreme Rules, and that is it. That is it. I mean, I would love to see it too and stuff. But anyway, your predicament. Next one.
Well, this did happen like on the independent circuit though, but I remember hearing that one of the reasons Nakamura came to WWE is to fight Daniel Bryan.
What?
I'm going to take a call.
Alright, he'll be right back. Punisher, so it's just me and Batman.
Was to fight Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
But now Daniel Bryan's medically cleared to wrestle again. I mean, they're both on the main roster now. Why not do it?
Yeah, yeah, because I have seen, like, you know, Nakamura, and he's a good superstar, even though he's turned babyface. Heel, thank you. You know, and stuff, but anyway, yeah, he has definitely, you know, come better at WWE when he first came, but joining Sami Zayn? Way too much. Alright, so moving on to my predicament match, in which obviously Punisher's got no more, so I'm going to continue on mine. Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon, because, I mean, we've seen before, like, Shane McMahon, them how they faced DX in the past and stuff, and, you know, that matchup to me had to be one of the hilarious ones I've ever seen in WWE, that I've watched and stuff. And you look at Stone Cold holding Hogan's past with the McMahons, you know, I mean, that's just got to carry over, you know, I mean, but it just seems so that in this matchup, it's going to be definitely either at SummerSlam or at a pay-per-view event than, like, Super Showdown. Yeah, and stuff, but your predicament, next one.
I'm just going to list off some matches, fantasy matches we never did get to see and that we would have liked to see. Rock versus Shawn Michaels. Generation X versus the NWO. Hulk Hogan versus Bret Hart. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Goldberg.
Yeah.
And Seth Rollins versus Edge.
Yeah, but one thing that really stands out to me was the one on your list. It would have to be this one right here, the DX versus NWO. I would love to see that matchup happen.
We should have done it during the invasion angle.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see that happen, but happen on the big stage, WrestleMania. What happens at Mania stays at WrestleMania. Alright, so I'm continuing on my list. You know, I got a lot more here, so I'm going to go down the list. Would be the Riot Squad versus Becky Lynch, Bayley, and either Sasha Banks or Rhea Ripley. Because I just think, you know, the Riot Squad, we have to see more of the Riot Squad and stuff. But everybody knows, you know, the Riot Squad when they first came from NXT to WWE, to Raw and SmackDown. They were a dominating group, but I just think there's still more to them that meets the eyes. Alright, so my next predicament would be Sting versus Triple H, but a rematch at WrestleMania.
With Sting winning?
Yes, this time with Sting winning, because I still think, you know, when NWO and Triple H and them all got involved with the matchup, I still think they should all left the ring and let Triple H and Sting do it, you know, head on and stuff. So I just think that matchup should have happened. Should have happened in the first place and stuff. But anyway, our next matchup here, I have Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Come on, guys. Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon, the history of those two. Vince wants to retire from the company. Stone Cold's the man to do it. He'll retire Vince and put him in his grave, and everybody can say now on record, Stone Cold beats his boss, Vince McMahon. Man, and of course my very last one, The Shield versus McMahon's match. I mean, I want to see that happen. McMahon's, they're in WWE, What do you think the first thing they do like what Triple H did years ago with the Authority and stuff, that kind of thing. They took over. They were trying to tell superstars they were not good enough. And the Shield, you look at the Shield and Baron Corbin, look what Corbin tried to do. He tried to break the Shield apart, which everybody knows in history, you cannot break the Shield. I mean, you cannot. There's just no way you cannot break the Shield. Because the Shield, they're unbeatable. Well, they're unbeatable and stuff, so, I mean, you can't break the Shield. And those are our predicaments here, which everybody knows you can look in comparison, and who has more than all of us. But anyway, like I said, it's just like...
You got the most out of all of us.
Yeah, but anyway, in all truthness and stuff, up here, I mean, who would you like to see, come out on top in 2020? I mean, after all the superstars, who would you love to see end 2020 off to a high note?
Like
anybody, like a diva or
like
a superstar.
Who would be the champion? Or?
Yeah.
By the end of the year?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really answer that.
Okay. I'm going to say probably for me, and this is everybody else knows, sorry, heard my predicaments earlier, I think, Bayley's going to come out of her, heel turn, and she's going to end the year that she is back. I mean, she is back, because, guys...
The old Bayley, you mean?
Yes, the old Bayley, the nice...
The
one huggable one, because, come on, guys. She is an inspiration to what WWE needs. But anyway, in the words of Carmella, dance break! Alright, back to the news desk. But anyway, talking about that here as well, now, here's our favorite part here. Each one of us here, have a chance to show up after he has a very important phone call here. We are going to take some time. I'm here, and everybody else here is gonna do us a favor. For those of you out there that have known, everybody's starting to do fan battles and stuff. We've seen a lot of good ones. Ones here, but like I said, the good ones I have seen out of all the fan battles would have to be yours. You against just all those guys and stuff when they're invading Poison Ivy and stuff, or even one of mine that really stands out is the Joker versus you. The one with the boy and stuff, kidnaps.
Yes. City of Scars.
City of Scars,
One
yes.
of my favorite Batman fan films.
Yeah, that one really stands out to me the most and everything. But the one fan thing I would love to see, and I think everybody would love to see it, it is Punisher, Thor, Batman versus the Joker. Let's see who else we got. Loki, and
Jigsaw.
Those matchups I would love to see. What would you like to see in a fan battle?
I don't know. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the obvious ones one everyone expects.
Yeah. Yeah, but one thing too, I think what we should see more of is more of a Batgirl, because I still think there's more than what meets the eyes, because I would love to see her versus Poison Ivy, woman to woman.
Yeah.
And stuff. This is the way how I see it, Poison Ivy, she takes over everybody like you saw on Danny Fenton. And so, she takes over people to be her slaves, and Batgirl comes out and saves the day and stuff, and of course she'll have you by her side to fight with her.
Mm-hmm.
Her and stuff along with Nightwing. I would love to see that matchup happen and everything. But anyway, like I said, people, everybody's got predicaments, and we all have ours. Ours here. This is the Just High Avengers newscast signing off here because it's chow time for everybody in the community. We hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. This is all of us signing off. Take care.
Bye.